bunch of gamers, one channel, and tons of games. This must be Games and Me. Hey guys, this is the Pixel and Polygon Protection Group, and we are back for another ear-biting episode. I can't really figure out what I was going to say there, but of course this is Alex, and we have Magus here. What's been going on, dude?
Just chilling like I can because I feel like it.
Awesome. Yeah, I have been... Man, there's been so many good games that have been coming out, and it's funny because I feel that, most of these are, I don't know about you, dude, but most of the games that I've been playing lately are downloadable. So, do you agree with this? I mean, what have you been playing nowadays?
It's been half and half. Oh, what have I been playing? For the third week in a row, repetition ensues. Because of the sheer fact that I am still playing Mario 64. I did play Gears of War 2, and I did complete it. And I will say this. It has the most pathetic final boss battle ever. Now, that doesn't mean the game is bad. It is an excellent game. Gears of War is one of my favorite franchises. But the final boss is beyond pathetic.
Yeah, it certainly does not compare to the last boss in Gears of War 1. And, it's kind of up in the air as to why Cliff Bleszinski decided that, he should give you a break for the last battle in the entire game. I'm like, okay, really? Really now?
My brother and... Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I mean, really, what I was going to say was just oh, well, it's really? Okay, we've had all these, badass, set pieces and stuff where we're fighting, on a raft and stuff, and we're fighting, inside, some insect and all that, huge insect, and then suddenly, a very... almost scripted battle in the end, which is just not flattering at all.
You're giving it more credit than it deserves, Alex, because you know why? How bad it was for me. I don't know if this was just me, but we were trying to shoot it, and we never got a hit with the hammer of dawn. It didn't go off, and all of a sudden the game froze, and we didn't know why the game froze. And then a second later, we got a bunch of achievements popped up, and we didn't even do anything. That's how bad it was. I'm serious. That whole game is amazing, except you get to this boss battle, you don't even know you fucking beat it.
Wow, I don't recall having that experience. I know I was playing it with a buddy of mine, and I had to force myself to play through this. I mean, I don't know. To me, the appeal of Gears of War in the series in general is the co-op play. That is something I love about the series. And, when my friend left me in the middle of 5-1, I was like, I don't want to play this anymore. And, of course, when I got to the last level, I was just kind of it's kind of the same feeling I had with Resident Evil 5. It's I did not want to play through it because unless I find somebody who wants to play it with me, I'm not gonna do it type of deal,
Right.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. You know what though? I agree completely on that because Gears of War is a co-op game and I can't play it any other way. I'm not saying it's a bad game. The game series is one of the best that have come out this generation.
Yeah.
One of the best new franchises without a doubt.
Agreed, yeah.
Agree. It is amazing. It's still fun on single player, but it's not as fun with co-op, and I will always play it with co-op.
Yeah, I think whenever whenever Gears of War 3 comes out, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna come out, and you heard it here. It's not like this is some big secret that Gears of War 3 is gonna come out. I'm definitely gonna play it co-op. I'm not gonna play it single player. I'm gonna basically call my friends, maybe play co-op with you, Magus, and be like, hey, you want to do co-op? And be like, all right, let's do it. No other
Hell
way.
Yes.
No other way to play this. So
other way.
Yeah. Anything else you're playing, man?
Devil Survivor.
Oh wow, week 3.
That game is You know what? I'm going to go on the limb and say it's becoming one of my favorite games of the year.
Wow.
It's that damn good. I love everything about it. I love the concept that it's a very easy game to learn, but it's a very hard and difficult, challenging game to master. In the same sense that it's like goddamn fucking checkers. It's easy to learn, but difficult to master.
Yeah.
And it's just so cool. Everything about it I'm enjoying. This game has blown me away.
Mm.
It's just it's so great, and I'm so glad I could take it wherever the hell I want, you know?
Yeah, especially for a strategy RPG, it's very difficult to find time to actually sit down and play a strategy RPG if it's locked down on your console. But in this particular case, you can take it wherever, you can take it to the park, you can take it to the grocery, you can take it in in places that you wouldn't normally take your video game consoles, if you know what I mean.
Exactly.
hmm
You could take it to the library and play the motherfucker if you want, or and you know what's funny is a lot of developers are realizing it, so a lot of console SRPGs are coming to handhelds, particularly Disgaea and Final Fantasy Tactics, and it seems like they're sticking to handhelds, and they work perfect on a handheld.
And just recently announced too, Valkyria Chronicles 2 was announced for the PSP. And that's, a pretty popular SRPG that started on the PS3, That's just great.
Suffers from Dragon Quest syndrome.
Yeah,
Dragon Quest 9 is on the DS, 10 will be on the Wii, and watch like Dragon Quest 11 be on the PlayStation 3, and then 12 be on the 360 or whatever. So,
well, this is not necessarily a bad thing, though, isn't it?
No.
Because we're talking about games that would generally take you about 40 or 50 hours to kind of finish. If given the opportunity to be able to finish it a little bit faster, like let's say I go to work, right, and like at lunchtime I got about an hour to kill, like I just pop in like my favorite like RPG or SRPG, and guess what, like if I wanted to continue it, I go home and then continue it again. If not, I just close my DS or put my PSP on standby mode, boom, and I think Square Enix realized this by putting Dragon Quest 9 on the DS. I personally don't think that the move for Dragon Quest 10 to be on the Wii is necessarily a good one, just because of the nature of those types of games. I mean, Dragon Quest tends to be a very, very long game, if you know what I mean. And I don't know, like I think RPGs will suddenly find their niche in the handhelds, like even more so over the next few years, because people are now discovering that that's the most optimal platform for something like that's really, really long. You know what I mean?
They still work on consoles, I think. I really do, but they're really cool for handhelds. And I want to add the fact that Square Enix, one of the most brilliant things they have done, and maybe not just them, maybe they're not the ones who discovered it, but they have put one of the most convenient fucking features in an RPG, and that's the quick fucking save. Quick save. The quick save feature is so ideal for a handheld RPG. I mean, you could go to the doctor's office, play the RPG for 15 minutes, and quick save it and not worry about any save points or any of that bullshit.
Right. Yeah, and going back to Devil Survivor, you can suspend your battle, and it'll act as an additional save slot, in your game. And unlike the quick saves in Square Enix games, these suspend game slots do not delete themselves after you load them, which is awesome. So basically, you technically have two save slots. So you have one save slot for the battles while you're in the battles, and then the other save slot for where you're just mucking around exploring the city, which is absolutely fantastic. And check this out. Another thing that I love about Devil Survivor system, and might as well go into it because I have been playing it also, is the fact that every single battle, well, so far that I've fought, you can escape from real easily if you wanted to. You just basically pick it, if you didn't want to suspend that battle, if you think that, oh, you're losing the battle and stuff, you can pick the escape, the retreat option. Boom, you're back into the map. No penalty.
That is the way to go for RPGs. That's the way to do it. Atlus is becoming a company that I have high respect for, and it's unfortunate that the mainstream media is not recognizing them as much as they should.
Mm-hmm.
Atlus America and Atlus in Japan, for what they're doing with stuff like it, evolving the quick save feature,
Mm-hmm.
is just pure fucking genius.
Yeah. I honestly, like, if Final Fantasy 13 pops up with like because I obviously we don't have the game right now, but if Final Fantasy 13 doesn't have